Oklahoma City. That's the location for the Warriors. One of the most competitive players we've ever seen in this NBA. Jimmy Butler eager to do damage as they prepare to face the defending NBA champions, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Warriors. Thunder on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, Golden State, 4 games back.
And, you know, for the Thunder, they've been taking no prisoners here in the early part of the season. It's been a very fast start and a lot of focus for this group.
Yeah, coming into the year, they were certainly one of the favorites, if not the favorite, and they have not disappointed.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. The backcourt pair will be Curry and Podziemski. Kuminga steps in at the 4 with Green sliding up to center. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Thunder, at the guard spots, we'll be seeing Gilgeous-Alexander and Wallace. Dort and Holmgren are the forwards. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5.
It's a luxury to have a guy like Hartenstein on the offensive glass, always ready to collect and then finish off on those missed shots.
And Green slams it in.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
You know, Tim, they say you can't measure heart, but Jimmy Butler, he plays with a lot of heart. He is non-stop.
Well, you could talk about his skill level and IQ, but Kevin, what you love about Butler is his competitive will, and he saves his best for the postseason.
Just 3 to shoot. Here's SGA. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Shea had him guessing on that dribble move. The defender was absolutely lost trying to stay with him.
Outside, Kuminga. Back to Curry. Green with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And Green slams it in.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Thunder have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. We talked about the mindset needed when squaring off against Jimmy Butler, and Coach said Jimmy is a firecracker. You don't want to set him off or he could explode in your face. I told our guys just to focus on the game and not give any extra motivation out there. We'll see if they prevent Butler from popping off. Kevin, back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much.
Yeah, just throw it up there and let Kuminga do the rest. What an athlete. What a heads-up pass to know that his teammate was going to be available down in the paint.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to Denver. Green with a screen for Curry. Back to Podziemski. And Curry has it in the corner. And the 3 ball is good.
Talk about a fast start. 4 for 4 right out of the gate.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. It's a 3-point game. Back to Wallace. Oklahoma City keeps it going. A new shot clock of 14 seconds. The second chance effort. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. It seems like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tim, has the ball handling and finishing package of a player 6 inches shorter. What he does at his size is really amazing.
Yeah, I think he has the offensive game of a shorter player because he thought he was only going to be 6'1". He got to 6'6". So now you've got this incredible array of shot making around the rim with a much taller player. That is a difficult combination to deal with.
So he had to readjust not only physically but mentally how he approached the game, correct?
Absolutely. It changed everything for his approach.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Well, from the start, they've been making quality passes offensively, and that is reflected in their assist number.
Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. The Thunder with another miss. Pass to Podziemski. Holmgren with the steal. Wallace the pass to Hartenstein. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And it's 6 points for Isaiah Hartenstein. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Outside, Kuminga. Back to Curry. Clock at 6. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Now in his late 30s, Steph Curry, Tim, continues to be a dominant force.
Well, his conditioning is on a world-class level, Kevin. He's never been one to beat you with his explosiveness, so his plan is just to outlast his opponents.
And both free throws good for Curry. I've always admired the impact that Steph Curry, Tim, has made on this game, and not only at this level, but at every level. With that in mind, do shooters train differently in part because of him?
Yeah, I believe they do, Kevin, but you've got to beware. This is a guy that's often imitated, rarely replicated. He is so special, but I think guys need to add escape dribbles, the sidestep dribble, and certainly deep shooting off the dribble. That's where Steph Curry has impacted the modern shooter.
That's good advice. And it's the Warriors with the ball, following the score by Oklahoma City. Curry finds Green. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Green. Curry's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Warriors. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's scoring an average of 33 points a game, a stunning total for a truly remarkable player. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Teams that make their free throws, they're so tough down the stretch. Let's check out the best. Number 1, the Thunder. The Warriors, 4th.
Both teams really well served to be very aggressive attacking the rim because of how well they shoot the ball at the free throw line.
Wallace outside. Clock at 4. For 3, Holmgren. The Warriors pull it in. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one. And Kuminga throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Thunder trailing by 8. SGA kicks to Holmgren. Here's Wallace. Buries it from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside, Green. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Isaiah Hartenstein.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here's Podziemski. Wallace covering. Pass to Butler. Just 5 on the clock. driving inside. Count that one.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old-school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. That guy is all about winning.
Now here's Wallace. He had 15 points last outing. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Dort misses. Warriors leading by 8. Green with the ball. Picked up by Hartenstein. It's Curry outside. The Thunder pull it in. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Well, if you shoot the ball at 40% or better from the three-point line, you are going to win most games no matter where you're playing.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Here's Wallace. The Warriors making the shot. Back to SGA. Down low. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Golden State's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And the Thunder with some changes. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Mitchell in for Case and Wallace. Pass to Spencer. Horford against Hartenstein. Now Horford. Up top, Jackson Davis. 4 on the shot clock. Caruso with the steal. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you, guys. Chet Holmgren talked about how he succeeds in spite of his slender frame. He said, "You can't be afraid of contact. I'll continue to use my strengths out there, my length, being slippery, playing hard, and try to get better at my weaknesses, too, throughout my career. That will leave me in a good spot." Guys, back to you.
The sky is the limit for him. Okay, thank you, Allie. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Trailing by 10. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter. Warriors with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, they came into that game a little flat for whatever reason and just couldn't tap into the energy you need to compete.
Well, they played hard, but you could tell from their body language they did not have the confidence they needed.
Holmgren outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
And that's what separates Shea from other guards. He can absorb the contact inside and still finish.
Here's Spencer. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Horford no luck. Thunder trailing by 11. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA against Hield, and the shot is good.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
The Thunder shooting 47% from the field to start things off. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
He is just trying to make an impact by disrupting their rhythm.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Jalen Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Wiggins. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. And it's blocked. Now, here's Moody. Guarded closely. Pass to Jackson Davis. Healed from outside. What a performance for Draymond Green. He has been the story for the Golden State Warriors. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Back right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
They clearly wanted to be the more physical team, and they are setting the tone that way. I love the work.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They're going with Hield and Butler on the wing. There's Jackson Davis out there with Horford, and it's Spencer in at the 1. Shots good by Williams. As we canvass the league and look at the landscape, some tremendous young talent on the wing, Tim. Who might be the best wing player 5 years down the road, say?
Well, I'm looking at Anthony Edwards right now because of the skill, the athletic ability, and then the competitive desire. I think he wants to be great. You'd also look at guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, certainly. And then you've got a guy like Cade Cunningham in Detroit, who hasn't even started to scratch the surface.
Boy, you've made a great list of guys right there, for sure. Here's Spencer. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Nuggets in Denver.
And don't forget about his work on the boards. He was doing the dirty work as well.
Denver trailing by 11. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Mitchell against Butler. Just 5 to shoot. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Butler passes to Spencer. And there's the call on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul. A different look for Oklahoma City. Dort, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. Payson Wallace comes in for Isaiah Joe. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Mitchell. The Warriors also with a sub. Santos is checked in. Outside Butler. Jimmy Butler finds a way through inside.
This is how Jimmy Butler likes to operate. He welcomes the challenge inside.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Wallace kicks to Wiggins. Oklahoma City moving it around. Wallace against Butler. 5 on the clock. Here's SGA. Battling inside. It's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Tim, the Thunder with an MVP in SGA, an all-star in Jalen Williams. Man, this is one deep team.
Well, they may not have the top-tier star power of some other teams, but if they keep playing like this, they will become household names.
Now Hield. After Lou Dort's three-pointer that didn't go. Hield dishes to Butler. Shoots the 3. Butler loves the three-point look.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Wallace looking for an opening. Here's SGA. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Outside Butler. Pass to Horford. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 3 assists in the game.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 14-point game. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Hartenstein's checked in for Oklahoma City. Outside, SGA. Pass to Dort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And for all the talk, Tim, about Lou Dort's defense, how about his growth as a shooter?
Well, I think he understood to get more minutes, he had to be more consistent as a shooter. The defense has always been there, but the steady improvement has come with his three-point shooting, which makes him now an elite 3-and-D wing.
All free throws good from Dort.
Who needs the NBA draft? I mean, Dort worked his way onto the team, into the rotation, and then turns into a key contributor.
Now here's Curry. 8 points for him. Green with a screen on Dort. Pass to Green for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's Dort on the wing, defended by Butler. To the middle. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Here's Hartenstein, and he banks in the layup. Hartenstein's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure contact is really the way to slow Hartenstein down inside. He actually invites it.
Green slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Hartenstein.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Now, here's Holmgren. He had 10 points in the win against Sacramento. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Green. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Warriors leading by 13. Green finds Curry. Outside Butler. Back to Curry. It's blocked.
Yeah, no way. Not happening. Hartenstein denies it. The 7-footer getting it done defensively.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Shot clock at 2. Butler from outside.
On defense, Dort has great instincts, helping him stay on top of the shooter.
SGA passes to Hartenstein. And here is Wallace. Outside, SGA. SGA double team. Using his size out of the backcourt. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Here's Podziemski. On the wing, Green. Outside, Curry. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, you never want to foul Steph Curry. Quite simply, the greatest shooter we've ever seen.
That's good from Stephen Curry. So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems, and at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work, and I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me, you definitely do. Now, here's Curry. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Podziemski. Back to Curry. Unloads. And he connects with the jumper. Curry's got 12.
Well, if he gets this hot, it's very difficult to contain him. There are just so many ways Curry can beat you offensively.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Holmgren against Green. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And here now the Thunder. Wallace outside. Dort with a screen for Wallace. 4 on the clock. Back to Hartenstein.
And he has not been able to keep up that pace he had going in the first quarter.
To the inside. SGA with the steal. Dort wide open. Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 11.
And SGA saves that possession. 2 bonus points.
Here's Podziemski. SGA with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 13. In the corner, Wallace with it. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. SGA's got 4 assists in the game. Now here's Curry. He's got 12. Pass to Podziemski. Here's Curry. Shot clock at 6. Over SGA. And the shot no good, a bit short.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
Now here's Dort. He's defended by Podziemski. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Hartenstein with the screen for SGA. Back to Dort. Lets it go from deep. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Horford. Warriors leading by 10. Fires the 3. The shot by Curry, no good.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
SGA on the wing. He's defended by Podziemski. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
And Shea has the ability to break down any defense on any given possession, and you're seeing that again tonight.
Back to Curry. Fires for 3. Curry buries the 3 shot.
Well, a couple made threes in the first quarter, and he's not slowing down after drilling another one.
And here is Wallace. He has 6. Pass to SGA. The shot from the low post is good. 15 points for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And that does it for the first half of play. Warriors ahead, leading by 9. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Thanks so much, Al. As you anchor that front court, what were you guys looking to accomplish in the first half?
I mean, we're just trying to play with pace, trying to dominate on the defensive end, get rebounds, make it tough.
Pace is key. Back to you.
Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
Just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, the key is to be in an attack mindset but still play under control. When you do that, good things tend to happen.
Dort and Holmgren are the forwards. At the guard spots, we'll be seeing Gilgeous-Alexander and Wallace. And it's Hartenstein in its center. And that's who Mark Daigneault starts the second half with. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Guys, one of the more lengthy free agency sagas revolved around Jonathan Kuminga, and many thought his time was up in Golden State. He saw fewer and fewer minutes down the stretch of last season and into their playoff run. But when Kuminga tested free agency, tested potential sign and trade deals, nobody seemed to be the exact right fit. So eventually, he took the Warriors' offer. Guys, we'll see just how long this lasts, but for now, he'll continue to be in that Golden State uniform.
We'll continue to track that story. Okay, Shams, thanks for the report.
Yeah, get that out of here. That's great anticipation by Hartenstein.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get up the floor before the defense can set themselves.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Butler kicks to Green. Pass to Butler. Curry outside. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists in the game.
It's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Thunder trailing by 9. SGA passes to Holmgren. Hartenstein with the screen on Curry. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 18. Just 4 to shoot. The Warriors pull it in. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Third quarter off to a great start offensively. That's 3 of their first 4 they've made.
Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Kevin. The Warriors have come a long way during the Curry era. Draymond Green said, quote, "We built this thing up from the laughingstock of the NBA. I take a great deal of pride in that. I think about this organization like it's mine. If the Warriors win the championship 10 years from now, that's our championship. Period." Kevin?
Okay, thank you, Allie.
And forget the analytics. I'll take SGA from mid-range any day of the week.
Curry dishes to Butler. From 8. Butler with the bucket down low.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now, just trying to close it out.
Hartenstein, and the dunk by Hartenstein.
No, he's a big guy, but he's also very athletic. Hartenstein playing well above the rim.
Bounce pass, Butler. Curry way outside. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 6 assists now in the game. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Tim, I know you love that little push shot that Isaiah Hartenstein possesses in the lane. It really is beautiful, isn't it?
I refer to it as releasing the doves. It's a beautiful thing to watch. I think it's a shot more bigs should try to master because you don't have to get all the way to the rim.
Releasing the doves. And the timing, too, right? I mean, it's got to kind of come in the flow of the kid's movement when he's taking that shot.
Absolutely. He understands how to find those pockets where that shot is available.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Hartenstein.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
Here's Podziemski. Nothing on the board. Pass to Curry. Outside, Green. Shot clock at 5. Got 3 off the mark. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Wallace. From downtown. That one, no good. Warriors leading by 10. Pass to Green. Great D that time from Hartenstein.
Yeah, he has had a hard time finding rhythm this quarter. Just cannot get one to go. That's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
SGA against Butler. Wallace. And it's Curry with the rebound. Golden State's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
Yeah, Kuminga will look for any opportunity to throw it down.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Now here's Wallace. 8 points for him. Holmgren outside. Fires from way outside. Rebound by Butler.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Back to Pajemski. The three-pointer, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Over in the corner, Dort. For 3, Holmgren. Warriors with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And taken away by Wallace. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Tim, the quintessential unstoppable force, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, taking his offensive game to a level rarely matched in league history.
Oh, Kevin, I'm running out of superlatives. The ability to score at every level. He gets to the foul line. He makes guys better. I just marvel at the totality of it.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Caruso's checked in, and he sinks the second. Tim, and maybe I'm asking the wrong guy this, but are teams relying too much on the three-point shot?
Well, I do think there are nights I feel it becomes a little redundant, but the skill level of these players, Kevin, has led us here. More guys are capable of making that deep shot, so I don't see it going away anytime soon.
And the skill required to do it, no one knows that more than you. The skill required is just something else.
Consistency is what teams are looking for.
Wallace is checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight.
Now Caruso. He has yet to score. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Here's Pajemski. It's a 10-point game. Outside Butler. Green with a screen for Butler. Outside Kuminga. 6 to shoot. Pass to Pajemski. It's stolen by Dort. And they're pushing it up. That's good from Wallace on the assist by Dort. Wallace has got it back down to single digits for Oklahoma City. Outside Butler. Back to Curry. Lets the 3 fly. And Holmgren pulls it down. The Thunder have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. It's Dort on the wing. Back to Holmgren. Pass to Caruso. Clock at 4. Puts one up from 19. Pajemski grabs the board.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure. Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Wallace with the ball. He's got 10. Now, here's Holmgren. And here is Caruso. Holmgren with a screen on Butler. Caruso finds Wallace. It's good from long range. Wallace has got 13.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
1:52 left in the third. Caruso against Butler. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Greg, the Thunder, NBA champions at last, and still incredibly young.
And this is no fluke. They defended, they shared it, trusted in the system and one another. The league's been put on notice. This team
is just getting started.
For the Thunder, Wiggins is checked in for Hartenstein. Isaiah Joe comes in for Dort. And it's Mitchell in for Case and Wallace. Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages, but they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports.
Now here's Hield after the miss from Chet Holmgren. Here's Butler, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And looking to do damage in there, Butler draws the foul.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Jalen Williams comes in for Holmgren. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Isaiah Joe. The Warriors also with a sub. Rose checked in.
And there is so much that Butler brings to this offense. He can be their primary scorer or a facilitator. He has a very high basketball IQ.
Warriors leading by 9. Pass to Jackson Davis. Rowe passes to Hield. Over SGA. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And I like seeing Hield take advantage of that mid-range area, appearing confident in taking that shot.
Here's Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
And that's the shot they were looking for, right under the hoop.
There's 31 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Butler. He's got 12. 17 seconds left in the third. Three-pointer, Hield drills it from outside. Hield's got 5 points in the quarter.
And never shying away from a three. Hield has supreme confidence in his shot.
With 4 seconds on the clock, that shot off. And so it's the Golden State Warriors up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll return shortly.
That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Butler. Horford is out there with Trace Jackson Davis. Then there's Buddy Hield, and it's Moody in at the shooting guard. Now here's SGA. Pass to Williams, to the wing on the left. Here's Caruso. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
And he hits the first of 3. And, Tim, you look at some of the advanced metrics. Alex Caruso is one of the best defenders in the modern era.
Yeah, Kevin, that impact is rare for a guy who is 6'5", but he grew up on the court in College Station, Texas. Basketball is in his veins.
And he nails the third. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
5 to shoot. Butler from outside. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds in this game. Puts it up from 12. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Butler on the wing. Here's Moody. Sinks the three-pointer. Moody's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, he's just a jack of all trades. In addition to his scoring and defense, Butler is also a solid distributor.
Now, here's SGA. And it's Mitchell missing.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Butler against Caruso. Horford has a wide open look. No good from outside. Thunder trailing by 10. Now here's Caruso. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the three ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
Well, one thing that has stood out to me, and it's been a major difference maker, is they're playing with great pace, getting out on the break every chance they get.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Thunder. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Horford. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
Curry finds Horford. Here's Butler, defended by Caruso. They kick out to Hield. No good with the triple. Thunder trailing by 9. Over in the corner, Caruso. And that comes off the assist by SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Now here's Curry. Pass to Butler. And there's the foul. It'll go on Alex Caruso. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And some changes here for the Warriors. Green comes in for Trace Jackson Davis. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Buddy Hield. Here's Podziemski. Green with a screen on Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Podziemski. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And we see Brandon Podziemski. He's been a valuable player, Tim, since his first day in the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, he's just the type of guy every team could use. He's a winner, high IQ, a hustle player who connects the game, and he can hit shots from deep.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Wiggins. Dort comes in for Alex Caruso. And Wallace subbed in for Mitchell. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Jimmy Butler pulls it in. Butler's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Curry. Crosses over, and it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
That is timing on the part of SGA, protecting that paint.
Now Curry. Wallace covering. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Tim, you talk about a player with quick hands. That's Cason Wallace.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not just the hands that make him a threat on D. It's his lateral quickness, anticipation, and positioning. He just has that 6th sense about where the ball is going next.
Kuminga's come in for Al Horford. And both free throws good for Curry.
What you appreciate most about Curry is his confidence, especially when it comes to how far he can connect from.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Now Holmgren. Wallace with a screen on Kuminga. Holmgren gets the bucket.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Warriors leading by 8. Pass to Green. Outside, Kuminga. Butler kicks to Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Butler. Launches a three. And the Warriors miss again. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Holmgren with the steal. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
So it's the Warriors now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Curry passes to Green. Pass to Butler. Here's Curry, lock at 6. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to Wallace. Three-pointer. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Warriors leading by 3. Curry with the bounce pass. Dort against Butler. Puts one up from 19. Rebound by Wallace.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
Golden State's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now, here's SGA. Dort kicks to Wallace. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
They'll be with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Allie. And here's SGA after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. And Stephen Curry with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Oh, it's in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Tough shot.
And this team is counting on SGA in these exact situations. He is the man in their key offensive moments.
The Warriors leading. Outside Kuminga. Green with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's in there.
Well, Draymond is always looking for the best option out there, and that time he found it.
Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. Hartenstein, and that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Warriors leading by 3. And here is Curry. Oh, what a move! Curry gets it to go inside.
Everybody in the building knew Curry was the guy on that trip, and he still delivered. You're talking about one of the most clutch players we have ever seen.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking around, and he misses the J. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Now Kuminga. Green in the post, defended by Holmgren. Here's Podziemski. Lets it fly from 18. That one is off. Thunder trailing by 5. Wallace outside. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Rebounded by Curry. And now they decide to foul intentionally. They double-team Curry. Now Butler. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Here's SGA. They double him with Butler. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by Curry. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
And if you get a chance to build your lead at the free throw line, you've got to take it.
Holmgren fires. It's in. And they go to the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They trail by 5. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
You have to be smart here. And if they're successful, the foul has got to happen quickly.
Not gonna go. And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Thanks a lot, guys. Draymond, congratulations on this win. What did you like best about your effort tonight?
Offensively, our rhythm was good. So, we had some bad turnovers, so we could have completed those. It would have been really good. But overall, I think we all had it going. It's a good night for us.
You made up for it in other ways. Congrats on the win.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Stephen Curry.